What's up, guys? Doug here, back with another YouTube video on the DTF Motorsports YouTube channel. You've seen this truck before. Oh, my light's dying. It's like 2:30 in the morning. I've been out here all day working on different stuff on this truck. So, yeah. Anyways, yep. Back with another video on the DTF Motorsports channel. You've seen this truck before, 2022 6.7. Lots of work done to it. I'm just wrapping up the DCR pump on this thing. And I talked the owner into doing a CCV reroute while we have the upper and lower intake and fuel bowl and everything out of the way. So that's what I'm recording now before I start putting the rest of the truck back together. So yeah, we'll just jump right into it. It'll be quick and easy. I'm not doing the complete, tear down because all the stuff's already off the truck. So I'm just going to show you how to remove the CCV filter. And then I'm going to be installing a SPE internal catch can and CCV reroute. So let's jump right into it before my light dies. Okay, so my light died. I got another one, but it's magnetic. So of course I have nothing to stick it to on this aluminum truck. Yeah, anyways, we got plenty of light in here. So this will just be a quick, easy video. I already took out the two rear bolts because those were a pain in the butt, but I'll show you where all these bolts are. This one here. These are all 10mm bolts. This one here. And I can lift this filter on out and I'll show you where the rear two were. All right, that's out of there. So here's the filter out of the truck. So you got, like I said, that one there and that one there. Those are the two I showed taken out in the video. And then for these rear two, those are fun to get to. I recommend coming from the driver's side of the truck, like by the fender, and get yourself some extensions and wobbles and just kind of play with it till you get somewhere where you can get to those two bolts. There's not a lot of torque on them, so once you get them broke loose, they spin out pretty easy. But so yep, that was the removal of the CCV filter. And once I get the SPE internal catch can and reroute in, I'll do the install video. All right, guys, so the CCV came in. I just ordered it over the weekend, and it's only Wednesday and it's already here. So super fast shipping. I've always been very happy with SPE Motorsports. I've used a lot of their products on a lot of the trucks I have in the shop here. Like I said, great products and always fast shipping. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get this opened up. So we got our crankcase vent reroute hose, our billet block-off plate with the hose barb on it for the rear, all of our hardware and O-rings, the clamp for the hose. This is a block-off cap for your intake where your crankcase vent hose would normally go into. And then this is our billet internal catch can. I'll go through and open all this stuff up too. And then of course, we got our SPE sticker and thank you card from SPE. I'll open this stuff up and lay it out real quick. Okay, so here's everything opened up. Like I said, this is the billet internal catch can. This reduces any oil drips coming out of the tube. It makes everything so somehow the way this taper and all the holes and stuff, it makes it so it drips inside of the engine instead of letting any oil come down the tube and drip out onto the ground and all over the bottom side of your truck. And I have this on my truck, and I've had it on there for about a year. And I've had maybe 1 or 2 drips come off that truck. I always park it inside, so I know when it does drip. The only time I ever have it do like maybe a drip or 2 is if I tow something heavy, like my gooseneck that's loaded down, 16,000 pounds or something for, a long time, get the truck hot. That's the only time I've noticed it drip. So this definitely makes a big difference, because I know a lot of guys that have this crankcase vent reroute and don't have this, and they complain about it leaking all over the place. And like I said, mine, normal driving, it never drips. And like I said, if I tow heavy, I might get one drop. So it definitely does its job. So yeah, like I said, these are the billet plates that go on the engine. This is the one that goes on the front. These are super nice flat black finish, SP logo engraved in there. And this is the one that goes in the rear, and it goes on top of this catch can here. So like I said, O-rings for everything, all your hardware there, block off cap for the intake, and this nice, I think the silicone hose with the SP logo on it. That's one thing we'll say about SP stuff. These hoses are really nice. Also, I did the coolant reroute on my personal truck, and same thing, the hoses are super nice, and the SPE logo on it, it's just super sharp kit. Like I said, great products from these guys. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump in and get this thing installed. Okay, so we are over at the truck now. You can see the two holes, that one back there, and this one right here, that's where the CCV filter used to go. Like I said, we're gonna install the internal catch can first. So you wanna do it so you want this like cheese grater looking piece to go towards the back of the engine. Don't forget to put in your O-rings. If you order the kit like I did, there'll be two of the same size O-rings and one that's a little bit bigger diameter. And the bigger diameter one goes on the cap for the front hole. And then the two that are the same size, one will go on the internal catch can, and then the other one will go on the barbed fitting. So we'll go ahead and drop this in. Quite the stretch back here. Line up where your holes go. Let me go grab the barb fitting and the bolts for that. Okay, so we have our barbed fitting, also have this O-ring installed. It was a beautiful fit on these O-rings. I used to work at a machine shop and do CAD CAM programming for CNC machines, so definitely give them props for the machining on that O-ring groove. That fits very nice. So same thing, we're gonna install this on top, and then you're gonna wanna use your longer shouldered bolts here. This is made to go through this fitting and the internal catch can. I think if you don't order the internal catch can, it comes with shorter bolts. So if yours look a little different because you didn't do the internal catch can, just don't be afraid. But I'm gonna put one bolt in here first, feed it through the internal catch can, try to line up the holes, and get that started by hand. All right, so I got that one started. Grab the second one, line it up, get that started by hand. All right, so let me grab a socket and ratchet, and I'll tighten that down. Okay, so these are 5mm Allen bolts. Go ahead and tighten these up. Try to pull them down evenly. I didn't see a torque spec on these. It's probably pretty light considering most of these small metric bolts going into the aluminum are only like 89 inch-pounds, so we're just gonna do the German torque spec here, good and tight. I think we should be okay. Just want to make sure you tighten enough to compress that O-ring. But you don't want to strip out your bolts, so. And that one's torqued. Yep, that one's good and torqued too. So now we'll move on to that front cap. Okay, so we have our front cap here, nice SPE logo in there. Don't forget to lube up your O-rings when you do this. And that one will just drop right in here. Line it up with your bolt hole, push it down, and then you have your 5mm Allen head bolt again, washer, and this one's threaded all the way down, so. All right, we'll go ahead and snug this one up here. Doing the German torque spec again, good and tight. And yep, and that is a calibrated torque wrench right there, so that's perfect. Now we can install the hose onto the barbed fitting in the rear, and then we'll run it down the frame. All right, so we got our hose in our hands here now. So I'm actually gonna go through and try to feed this down behind these fuel lines along the firewall. Try to feed this down before I install it onto that barbed fitting. It'll be easier to do it now. All right, so I feed that down in there. Push that on our barbed fitting. And slide my hose clamp down, try to push back too far now. All right, so you want to make sure you have that hose push all the way down, and then get that hose clamp just below the barb, and then we will tighten that up. Okay. All right, guys, so actually let me correct myself real quick before you move forward with the video. I know I said I took the line and fed it down behind those fuel lines down to the frame rail. But actually in SP's instructions, it says to run it up over the brake booster. That way you don't get any kinks in that. And I'm assuming with this, that upward slope, it probably helps keep oil from making its way out, even with the internal catch can. That way it has a slope to go back down. So, yep, like I said, just run it up over the brake booster and then down your fender well. And I ran it inside of the frame, just so if you have any odor or smoke coming out of there, it's underneath the truck instead of dumping right next to your driver's door. Some people exit them right at the fender well there, but I like to go inside of the frame. So, yep, back to the video. All right, so I'll move you guys down in the engine bay so you guys have a little better viewing angle, which apparently is gonna make this harder for me to tighten. Oh yeah. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing, because I cannot. All right. Okay, guys, so correction. I didn't read the instructions. You're actually supposed to route this hose over the brake booster. That way you avoid all of your steering components going from your steering wheel. And that also prevents from getting any kinks in it. And I'm also imagining that because the hose is going to go up, that's probably also going to help any oil that does make it past that internal catch can to give it a chance to drain back down. So yeah, on my truck I bought a piping kit, and it came with the CCV reroute. So mine is a little different. Mine has a 90 on it instead of coming straight out. And but I did go with the SPE internal catch can, so give me a minute to get this routed, and we'll move down to the bottom of the truck. All right, guys, so here it is, SPE CCV reroute installed. Like I said, you got this front block off plate right here, the billet internal catch can there, the barb fitting for the hose. Hose runs up over the brake booster, down in this fender well, and then I ran mine. I always run them back inside of the frame. You can't really see, but it cuts back inside of the frame right behind this fender liner, and I zip tie it along the fuel lines, and it ends pretty much right about where the radius arm bracket is, but it's inside of the frame. The reason I do that, just so you know, your internal crankcase vent gases kind of have an odor to them, so that helps keep it underneath the truck. And then if you do get any oil or oily film coming out from underneath it, it's underneath the truck instead of dripping and smelling and smoking right next to your door. So that helps it go towards the back of the truck. They also do sell extension pieces. You can get another 5 foot and run it back farther. Just make sure that you always have a downward slope, because if you have it go down and then back up and you get a puddle in the middle and then the gases can't get past it, then your pressure builds up inside your motor again. So like I said, just you can get longer hoses, just make sure it's going downhill all the way. Okay guys, and last piece of the puzzle, you're gonna want to take your rubber cap here, stick it onto your intake where the crankcase vent hose normally connects to reroute the gases back inside your engine. I just push this down as much as I can here. See, it's pushed on all the way, and then I take a zip tie and run it around here. Your intake may look a little different depending on what year you got. This is a 2022, so but yeah, just wherever your crankcase vent hose usually connects back onto your intake, just put this rubber cap on, zip tie it off, and then that'll wrap up this install. All right guys, and that's how I'm gonna wrap this up for this install. Like I said, I'm not doing detailed video of doing the upper and lower intake and the fuel bowl out of the way. I mean, honestly, you don't have to do anything with the upper and lower intake, but like I said, I had this truck apart to do a DCR pump on it, so while I had it apart, I talked the customer into doing the CCV reroute. So I got some powder coating to do on the hot and cold side pipe in the upper intake for this one, since it's aluminum. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll put this truck back together. But like I said, I'm not gonna show that in that video. If you do wanna see it, I think I have 2 other videos showing on this truck how to take the intake and fuel bowl and stuff off. So just check out my other videos, and I hope this helps you guys out. Like I said, this is a pretty easy install, but well worth it. You definitely do not want to experience an upper oil pan leak on a 6.7, especially these newer ones, because you can't just pull the pan in the truck, you actually have to pull the motor. So then you get involved in pulling the cab, and it gets very expensive very quickly. So either make sure you maintain your filters, or better yet, just get rid of it and vent it to atmosphere. So yeah, like I said, if you're interested in it, check out SPE Motorsports. Make sure you are not looking at SPE Labs. That is a cheap Chinese knockoff. So just beware of that. I see that a lot of people complain about SPE, and they're really not complaining about SPE Motorsports. They actually bought from SPE Labs and didn't even realize there was a difference. Like I said, that site is a cheap Chinese knockoff site. So if you're buying products and want to support a good company, check out SPE Motorsports, not SPE Labs. So that wraps up this install. So there you have it, guys. SPE Motorsports crankcase vent reroute and internal catch can install. Like I said, this wasn't a full installation detailed video, like I said, because I already had the truck torn apart for doing other work to it. But if you want to see more detail on how I take other stuff apart on this truck, just check out my other YouTube videos. There's lots of videos of this truck specifically. So but yeah, thanks again for watching. You know what to do: like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, comment down below. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.